This is probably the most excited I've ever been to make a YouTube video. What I'm gonna do over the next several months, probably several years, is I'm gonna build up a brand new Amazon account from absolute zero, and I'm gonna document every single thing that I do here and on my other socials. On these video updates, I'm gonna break down how much products I purchase, how many units, how many sales I've done, how much profit I've made. I'm gonna back it all up with proof. I'm gonna use my checking account, show you all the transactions that leave, transactions that come back, and I'm gonna document just how simple it really is to start a brand new Amazon account today with all these new gating restrictions, sourcing problems, new Amazon policies, whatever it may be. A lot of people say, sure, it's easy for you, you're approved and everything, you've had your account for a while. Well, I'm gonna show you that it can be easy for a new seller too if you use proper methods. Now, the way that I'm gonna build up this account is using the sustainable arbitrage model. My goals with this is over the next several months, I have the systems in place to where I don't do any of the sourcing myself anymore. The only thing that I do is the purchasing decisions, which I'll later outsource as well. I wanna build this business and have it be completely hands-off. Now, it's not gonna happen in 30 days, not gonna happen in 60. This might take several months to go and actually build up to. So here's my goals with this series, right? The very first goal is I just want to prove to everyone that Amazon is a simple business. It doesn't take much. Again, with this, I'm going to document like the hours worked, all that kind of stuff, so you can actually see how much time is included to make this money. And I want proof for new sellers, proof that, you know, realistic profits compared to spend. I want you guys to have realistic expectations, right? If you want to make 10K, it's not just going to happen next month if you start with, you know, $2,000, right? That's going to be crystal clear and you're going to see accurate numbers that other people will not show you. A realistic timeline. I want to make sure that you have things in perspective. A lot of people want to just start and they think within 60 days, they can just have a fully functioning business that's producing all this money. Guys, I keep it real on this channel, across all my socials. This stuff works, but just like any business, it needs to be built up and it is gonna take some time and effort. Even if you have a full blueprint to go after, it still takes time. Any business that's worth building, that's actually gonna last for a long time, needs to have a proper foundation. So realistic timeline is gonna be important for everyone. Realistic time spent in the business. Again, this is like how much hours are we actually working. This goes from the beginning, doing all the prep, setting up the business stuff, sourcing inventory. And of course, I'm going to be ahead because I know how to source inventory, obviously. So it's going to be simpler for me to actually source, but still it's going to take some time. So I'm going to document all of that. Okay, I want to also explain and show the ungating process for new sellers. What is that going to actually look like? You know, I talk about it often. I say sales and then a lot of things get approved, but I feel like a lot of people don't believe me. So we're going to prove that to everyone. We're going to show the whole, the dashboard for like approvals and declines, and you're going to see what it actually looks like if you infiltrate small brands. If you use my method of brand infiltration that I made several months ago on this page, if you use that method, we actually can unlock some bigger brands and start selling those as well. So I'm going to document all of that. I'm going to actually document how the sustainable model looks. For new sellers, again, infiltrating small brands and building a catalog around these small brands and actually showing you that we can make a lot of money. We don't have to partner with brands. I don't have to buy from wholesale suppliers. I can buy stuff online at retail cost and make a ton of money on there. So that's going to be documented. I'm going to go over how to maintain healthy margins and cash flow predictably. And this is going to all boil down to the way that I'm sourcing, which I'll be documenting, and also the way that I'm analyzing products, which again, I'll be documenting this stuff. So you can see like, hey, how are we analyzing this and what makes this work? I'm going to give step-by-step updates to the process. So all the struggles that I run into, because I'm for sure going to run into some with a brand new account. There's going to be new struggles that I've not experienced with my account that I've had now for years. So this is going to give me insights and I'll be able to pass that along. Okay, and we're going to unpack modern day new seller challenges with the brand restrictions, again, kind of going back over to ungating stuff. And then I'm also going to talk a lot about like the mindset and the vision required. So like, what are we thinking about this day? Like, okay, we're spending all this time working, not making any money yet, but we understand that it's going to actually blossom into profits in the future. That's going to cash flow us. Hopefully by the middle of next year, we'll be able to have this business up and running and everything going good. And again, I want to build a community with you guys that watch my videos, right? You guys that watch my videos on a weekly basis, I like to connect on a more deeper level and show you guys, hey, like here's what we do to build these, give you guys insights to this, give you guys just value that you might not be used to seeing. I like to keep things extremely transparent across my videos. If you've been following me on like my TikTok for the last couple of years, you know, I just give you guys how it is, and I just give out a lot of information on how to do this. So yeah, that's my goal with this series for new sellers. And honestly, I have some selfish intents as well. You know, selfishly for my students, I want to build like a new module for my community. I'm going to be documenting it even more in depth. Like on here, I will give you guys like updates, numbers, and like struggles I'm going through. But as far as this new module goes for people in my community, It's going to be like step-by-step walkthrough of every single formation that I've done in exact order with the exact sourcing with the exact product. So selfishly for that, I am going to be building out a new module. So I have a couple different reasons as to why I'm doing this. Number 2 is in-depth walkthroughs of everything I do, kind of how I just touched on that. And also, I just want to keep myself educated, right? If you guys aren't familiar, I work one-to-one with all my students. So I sit down and source with them, and I get questions all the time that I'm constantly addressing for them. So I want to make sure that I'm constantly staying up to date and educated with new seller struggles, because it's a lot different than someone that's had their account for years. Okay, this ungating stuff, I see it and I understand how to get around it because I see it and I help these students one-to-one, but I want to see it for myself, and I want it all documented so I can pass that along to other new sellers that decide to come in the future. So yeah, that's my big goals of this series. The biggest thing is show everyone on here that Amazon does work. It's not a scam. So anyone that still thinks that it's impossible, I'll show you that it's very much possible in this year. And again, like we got student results that just started like 3-4 months ago that are already doing 20-30K months. So it's definitely possible, but I want to document it here so you guys can see it firsthand, not just a screenshot. So again, and that's the other reason right there. So here's what we've done so far. Okay, I got the account set up. I have a brand new seller account. I got approved from Amazon to make this second account. No, it's not going to be under my name. I opened an LLC for my wife, and it's going to be all under hers, and I'm going to be helping her with it, right? So she's actually doing the business, but I'm going to be helping her with the whole entire thing, and it's going to be documented. So for this, I got myself a virtual address to use for this account. I used Busy to do this. So the very first thing I did was get the virtual address. I used iPostal1. And then I opened an LLC using Busy. I did that. I then got my EIN number just from the government's website. I didn't pay anyone to do this. I just did it myself. It's very, very simple. I opened a business bank account. So I originally used Relay, but they actually denied the account. I'm thinking it's because I just like opened everything the same day, and then I went directly to them and I tried to upload everything, and it did not go through. So I instead just now got accepted for Bluevine. So that is what the company I'm using as the bank's going to be. It's just an online bank. And then I have not opened the Amazon account yet. I literally just got approved this morning. As I'm filming this video, it's going to be uploaded in a couple hours. So this I need to do today. I will have this account set up, ready to go. By the way, if you're not following me on my TikTok, I'm making daily videos showing everything that I'm doing there as well. Same with my Instagram, so follow me on my Instagram as well. I'll link that below. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take $5,000. That's it. I'm not going to use anything else other than the $5,000. I'm going to use this for inventory. I'm going to use this for supplies, for softwares, shipping, seller fees, literally everything. I'm going to have $5,000 in this account. You're going to see it. So far, I need to deduct about $150 for like the LLC formation because I did the expedited. Then for my state fees, I have some payments I got to deduct for the actual virtual address. So those will come deducted from the $5K. So figure I'd probably be starting with about $4,800 when it's all said and done. And we're going to see what we can do with this $5,000 over how much time. So nothing more than 5K. I'm not going to leverage any business credit, at least for now. Maybe like once we hit our first goals, we'll say, okay, sick, we hit our goals. We've seen how long it took. Now let's scale up like crazy. And we'll go ahead and leverage like business credit. But for the right now, we'll start with about 5K. We're going to be tracking and updating on this page. I don't know if it's going to be like a weekly update because I still want to, I'm not only going to make these videos, I'm still going to make like the videos that I typically make, just giving ins and outs higher level for people that are looking, again, just for additional support, not just these updates here. But I think this is important, obviously, just for new sellers that come in and watch my videos so you guys can see that it actually is possible. Pretty much on a weekly basis, I'm going to be tracking like my buy sheet. So we have a buy sheet in the community that we use, and it just like tallies up all the spend and everything, makes it nice and organized. So I'll be going ahead and showing that. Units purchased, we're going to be documenting. Units sold, of course. We're going to be using like seller board to document the sales, inventory on hand, how much cash is in the bank. And we're just going to see that thing start to accumulate. And you guys are going to see what it actually looks like. So a lot of people think we can start to just cash flow month one. You can if you don't reinvest profits, but I'm going to reinvest every single bit of profits back into the inventory because we're going to keep growing this to hit our goals, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So we'll be doing all that, units sold using seller board. Back in Amazon issues like lost inventory, things like that, how to navigate all that. So that'll all be tracked as well. I'm going to implement our tracking system. So this kind of goes back to the sustainable approach. We're going to make sure that we're building our ecosystem out with this account. So I always have inventory to buy. Again, this is what I help students implement right there. It's like the tracking implementation and of course, just efficient ways to source inventory that's perfect to be purchased today. Potentially, we're going to hire a VA. I'm thinking when we hit about 20K revenue. So figure this might take, if we're just using this capital we have, to get to 20K revenue, we're probably going to take about at least 2 inventory turns minimum. So this could very well take like 4 to 6 months until we're even at this stage yet. So we'll see how things go. I mean, I'm not expecting to put any additional money in because I just want to show you guys what's done with 5K. But if we access business credit sooner, just to scale, we might do that. And then of course, profits, like true net profits, not just going to use gross, net profits after everything. So we can actually see what we're taking home every single month and then reinvesting into inventory. So here's my short-term goals. Okay, I want to profit just 5K. I think we could probably do this in about, I don't know, at least 3 inventory turns, maybe 2. And I'm not talking 5K a month. I'm talking have 5K, build out the system, and then get back 5K profit. So turn 5K into 10K. I'm thinking we could do this probably in like 4 to 5 months. We'll see. Again, like we're starting with this much money. We're not going to put anything else into it. So we're keeping it realistic here. I think that's what we can do right there with that kind of money. Now, long-term goals here, profit 5K every single month. So we want to be able to have this money put into the business and month over month profit 5K. So that's going to be our long-term goal here that we should hit. And I think once we hit that number, I might just cruise and just no longer reinvest profits, but actually start paying myself that 5K every month and not keep scaling. And we'll do some cool things with that money. So I'll show you guys like what we could do. Like maybe we'll buy a car, we'll buy a boat, or we'll do something with that money. I'm going to document it all. So this is going to be really, really exciting. That's another reason why I'm really excited about this series here. So again, without adding additional funds, that's kind of the goal here. But we'll see. And yeah, also obviously while doing this, we're going to automate the whole sourcing side. So I want to have this hands off up to a certain point. Maybe I'll still handle like the day-ins or like purchasing, or at least like buy what to purchase and passing that off to a VA to go purchase. But I like to be in charge of all that kind of stuff just because I trust myself the most to analyze. I guess I should probably train someone to do that. But nonetheless, these are our goals here with this series. So this could very well take like over a year. All right, so keeping things going. If we don't add any additional funding, this could definitely take about a year. Now, again, here's the current stage that I'm currently at. I literally just decided to do this on Thursday or Friday. So all I have so far, first thing I did was I got the virtual address. I then got the LLC EIN with registered agent, all that kind of stuff. And I got my business bank account just now open. So the next thing is to open that Amazon account, and we'll be off to the races running, getting going. So today is Tuesday. This video is going live here probably in like 3 hours. And by today, if this account gets approved, hopefully by tomorrow morning, I'm getting straight to it. I'm getting inventory in ASAP and I'm getting it in. So I want to tell you kind of strategy and approach this. The first thing that we need to do is we need to again infiltrate small brands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to target like lower ticket things that I'm approved to sell, get a lot of units in the door. I'm not really banking on making a ton of money off these items. I'm just looking to really build up some reputation with Amazon so I can start driving sales and start getting more approvals. Now, while I'm waiting for that inventory to get checked into Amazon, I am actively building out my ecosystem every single day, spending at least an hour sourcing with my wife. She's going to be doing it, right? At least an hour a day with her, getting some inventory onto a spreadsheet that we can then later reference as they begin to get approved, so that I can just go that money on good quality products as soon as possible. So that's my plan right there. Again, I don't know if these videos will be weekly or if they'll be bi-weekly, but I might start doing 2 videos a week because I do want to make this, but I also want to still provide, you guys that are on higher level, still some value here like I do on a weekly basis of, hey, here's what we can do, here's approaches we could do. And, my weekly videos that I post out here, just giving you just endless sauce on how to sell on Amazon. I've never been this excited to do this because I love doing Amazon, building things out, but now I have content to do around it too. So this is going to be a perfect mix of both. And I'm very excited to document the whole thing and just show you what we can do here. And I'll be using like QuickBooks to do all the profit tracking, things like that. I'm going to do it all myself right now before we outsource it once we're at a higher stage. And yeah, that is the goals here. So if you want to see like more in-depth looks of how we're doing this, like I'm building out a whole new module for students. And I'm just adding to it every single week, or maybe every couple of days as we do like a new full like task. So far it's just been like setting up the business foundations, and now it's going to be how we like infiltrate these small brands. Again, that is available down below if you're looking to get that direct one-to-one help. Right, I got modules and my one-to-one direct help. So like I sit down on Zoom with you and we will build out your business together from the ground up together. So that's available as well down in the description if you are looking for that. But if not, if you're here for the ride, welcome. If this is your first time seeing my videos, I make videos weekly, similar to not really like this, more so like in-depth Amazon strategies. But for this series, I'm very pumped to do this. I think these will probably be like bi-weekly videos. just documenting what we've done. I think by the next video, what you should expect is we've got inventory in, it's already checked in. Hopefully it's starting to sell through and tracking like our spend and total expenses. So I'm excited for that video. If you guys have any additional questions, drop them down below. If you want to see additional things, drop them down below. And if you have questions about like my coaching or anything else regarding Amazon, my Instagram is also linked down there. So make sure you shoot me a follow and message me with any potential questions you might have. I'll see everyone here in the next couple of days with some updates. Take care. Have a good week.